What up, baby?
Lightning, thunder, it's the StormWarning show on the come up with Big Groov and Ablakk too. Have your popcorn ready when you come through. We talking hurricanes and how they making moves with pick six to the houses and big hits like ooh. Next man step up, and that's the motto. We building up a dynasty today for tomorrow. BCS wins in them poll rankings again. If you ain't heard about the U, then homie, where you been? It gotta be something in the water, cause when it come to them trenches, you know the Canes is digging harder. If the legacy don't kill them, then the speed will. When you see that you on your schedule, just know that ain't gonna be no cheap thrill. Leave it all on the field. Been doing that for years. Play the game like how you practice, that's what it is. Canes causing havoc on the field. Hit the ops so hard that they gon' have to go back and game plan and run drill. The game on the line on fourth, we gon' go. And keep on coming up like the StormWarning show. Yeah.
Oh! Yes, sir. It's your boy Big Groov in this thing. Stormwoman in the building. Yes, sir.
Yo, it's your man Ablakk, of course, the one and only Ablakk. StormWarning back in the building here for another one.
I'm rocking the Batwing. What y'all call it? The Batwing jersey. I'm rocking the Batwing tonight. Frank Gore. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Mr. Gore, Mr. Soon-to-be Hall of Famer.
You know, I'm feeling kind of real Miami is right now. You know what I'm saying? We got two special guests coming on a little later when they finish up their show. It'll be one of their first times on the show. I'm excited to talk with him. You know what I'm saying? To kind of pick his brain, you know, go from there. Man, but you know, Monday was the national championship, supposedly.
If that's what
man, what you thought about that game, man?
If that's what you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to call it, like one team showed up, the other team was still in bed in the hotel. You know what I'm saying? They must have made a stop and got some lemon pepper wings.
They was eating lemon pepper wings on the sideline on Georgia.
I saw Georgia eating them.
Yep.
But nah, man, like just watching that game, bro. Watching that game, man, it just made me think like what the committee's thinking. Like, yo, we need to go to a 12-team playoff soon. Like real soon.
They got to move it up, bro. I'm with you on that. They have to move it up to 2023. I know that it's gonna happen 2024, but they need to go ahead and pump it up to 2023, man. Because like you said, man, that was a letdown, man. I bet on TCU. I lost money on TCU. This year has been a horrible year for me with betting. Like I have ever lost like this when it comes to betting. You know what I'm saying? But Georgia just proved how far off everybody else is from them right now. Your only team is close as Bama, but I think they still beat Bama by 21 points that night. I don't think it would have been much of a difference. I think they probably would have scored a little bit more, but I don't think they have the offensive weapons to compete with Georgia. You know what I'm saying? As far as going for score Monday. How that Georgia team played, I don't think Alabama would have stood a chance either.
Yeah,
but I mean, what did you see? How far do you see Miami compared to Georgia? How far off are we? How many years?
It's trenches. It's trenches. It's trench work, right? Like it's definitely the trenches. O-line, D-line. You said how far off? Like somebody they asked that question last night. And I said like they want to put a year on it. I said 2 to 3 years before 2 to 3 years, and we'll be playing in that game. I didn't give a win or loss. I said 2 3 years we be playing in that game. Why? Because 12-team playoffs, got opportunity to get there. All you asking for is to get to the dance, right? Once you get to the dance, it's anybody's game. It's a one-game tournament, bro. You know how that is. Ask Michigan. You know what I'm saying? Ask Michigan. Anybody who don't come with their A game and who makes the most turnovers, for that matter, you could ask Georgia. They was a field goal away from not being there Monday night, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I say 2 or 3 years. I say 2 or 3 years, in my opinion, 2 or 3 years, and we be in that game. But what separates Georgia from us is those trenches, bro. O-line, D-line. You know what I'm saying? Like, Georgia's offensive line is so good. Doesn't matter what they do. It's like they rolling in backs. You know, Georgia played 3 backs. 3.
Yeah.
Number 30, number 2.
All different type backs.
And McIntyre, right? 3 different
type
backs. Rolled them in. Everybody got carries. It wasn't a concern of who gonna get carries. Who? All 3 of them dudes got carries. And if you notice something with Georgia, just through the, let me say, like the last 3 games, Georgia normally stayed. They normally would stay with the hot guy. He would get the most carries. So a couple games when McIntyre was killing, they was riding him, but still giving the other cats carries. But that's what they do. They rotate 3 backs, bro. 3. And
yeah.
I think we got
they
that.
all bring something different to the table.
Yeah. And I think we have that in our stable. I think we got that in our stable. You know what I'm saying? I think we have that in our stable. But, bro, football is won and lost up front. You know that as well as I do. You know what I'm saying? Play running back, and I play both sides of the ball, RB and DB. So, on the offensive side, that front 5 or 6, that's going to determine what you're able to do. And on the defensive side, that front 3 or front 4, the front end helps the back end. So, yeah.
Measy 757. That's a pretty good. I don't think he's to get to the national championship. I think it's possible, especially with the portal. But this is a great question. Will we make it there with Gaddis?
2 to 3 years to get to national title. This is assuming Gaddis is going right. No, I didn't even.
He got to be gone, bro. I don't think we get that with Gaddis. I don't think we.
Oh, go ahead. My bad.
I don't think we get that.
I didn't even have him in the equation. Like him in or out of the equation. You know what I'm saying? I was just saying 2 to 3 years because I think in 2 to 3 years our trenches are going to be.
Trenches will be.
Yeah, our trenches
for sure the O-line. I know for sure the O-line would be. Yeah, will have. You know what I'm saying? Some more studs on there because I think
our O-line gonna be stacked.
Exactly. So as far as with that, with the O-line recruiting, do you still go after 5-star tackles,
bro?
Because you know they're gonna want burn,
bro.
Like how do you? But that's what. How do you?
Bro, what do I always say, bro? What do I always say to you when we on this or when me and you chopping it up offline on the phone? What do I say? Give me as much talent at any position as possible. And let the players figure it out. Let the players battle it out, and the coaches, let them have to make them tough decisions. Because guess what?
Know what helps with that? Winning. If we're winning, they're more okay with they doing their thing. Let me wait my turn.
No doubt.
But if they keep losing, you feel what I'm saying? We gotta be winning.
And that's you look at Georgia, Bama, like Tennessee, Oregon when Mario was there, like in any other, like any Oklahoma and all of them, they were winning. So they didn't have a problem getting in top tier O linemen. Like look at the offensive line haul that Bama was accustomed to getting year in and year out, bro. Right? And then look, bro, then stash a cat like Cohen for a 2 years, and then you see him, and you're like, where this dude come from? Like, oh yeah, he been stashed away for a year and a half. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's how it is. Look at Georgia. Georgia ain't gonna stop recruiting top offensive linemen just because they got 2 5-stars starting. Like, no, they're always gonna try to improve and get better. And I think that's what Coach Mario and them is gonna do, especially on the offensive line. Recruit 5-star dudes, 4-star dudes, or recruit football players, bro. Recruit football players that could come in and be successful and be contributors.
Man, it's like I've been kind of I like Jaden Wayne. I like Bain. I don't think Bain is gonna be an edge guy at the next level. That's just I think he's best suited to go to D tackle at the next level. Me personally, I may be wrong. Who am I? I think he fits better on the inside. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I just think his length, that edge, he will have problems with the top tackles. in college football because he's not as long as the Jaden Wayne and the Cyrus Moss and those type of guys. He has a motor, he's strong, but I put him on the inside because he already has the frame of a good, of a tackle. He's already almost 270 right now.
And and my comeback to that would be not disagreeing with you because I think he could play both. But you remember when, and I ain't gonna emphasize this. Like y'all can think what you want, but I know what I'm saying, right? You remember when Aaron Donald was at Pitt, right? Remember when Aaron Donald was at Pitt and what they were saying? It was like they don't know how he's going to translate to the league at D tackle because he's shorter and his arms aren't that long. All Aaron Donald has done is dominate. Now,
what up, Sean?
What Bane may lack in, say, stature, right? Long arms, whatever, he'll make up with it with speed and technique and strength. You know what I'm saying? He can make up with it with speed, technique, and strength. You know what I'm saying? I believe he can play both. So you can move him inside on certain passing downs and get some pass rushers out there and have some inside people that can rush the passer as well. I mean, it's a great luxury to have when you have a dude of that caliber that can be, in my opinion, equally as good on the outside and the inside. So, it's a good problem to have.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have. You try him out where he's accustomed to playing, but I just think he will wreak havoc on, up the middle, like him and LT up the middle, bro. That is crazy, right? You know what I'm saying? That is really crazy, dog. That is really crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, speaking of our class. You know what I'm saying? Do you think we're gonna get any surprises come February 5th? I mean, not February. What, the first week in February? First Wednesday in February? Any surprises that nobody's been talking about? Hopefully, Kamani,
right?
He's gonna sign and come on to the to the crib.
Right. I mean, I think, in my opinion, I think we may get one or two. Come February. You know what I'm saying? Whether a high school cat or a portal, well, it won't be a portal guy, I don't think, because I think that window closes. But I think we'll get one or two high school guys, surprises. I hope, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't be surprised if we did. You know what I'm saying? I expect us to do so. You know what I mean?
I want to speak on
I don't know.
Yeah. I want to kind of speak on something real quick because I've been on, I've been very active on Twitter. You've been seeing the press release of Rashada, asking to get out his his letter of intent at Florida. Right. And, of course, we got the situation with Kamani that he hasn't signed. He haven't signed yet. Do you feel like these kids, like doing these type of things, cause like unnecessary pressure for them to perform day one? Like, I think, and I feel that way because I feel like, with all the drama, people going to expect you to be that guy right then and there. They're not going to allow you to have that room for error in order to grow and groom to become the player. You know what I'm saying? Just with all the theatrics coming behind them. How do you feel about that?
Say this dude, we've been talking about this dude for so much. Like I haven't even spoke his name in weeks, right? But Kamani, right? Let's talk about him, right? Just real quick. I think the pressure is gonna be on him regardless. If he would have signed in December, I think the spotlight is on him because he's the number one DB in the country, right? Some people think he's the number one player in the country. So I think, the spotlight was going to be on him regardless, right? Like, as soon as he, boom, you the number one cat, you the number one dog DB in the country. Some people look at you as the number one player in the league. Spotlight is on him. You know what I'm saying? There's no way for him to hide. So I think whether he signed or didn't sign and whatever's going on right now, I think the spotlight was going to be on him regardless. Now, with the Rashada thing is a lot different, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think that young man, and I don't think it's the young man. I think it's people behind the scenes advising him. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Advising him. I think, it's a lot of, like, I've said it several times, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's you got to have good people in your corner, right? You got to have people that have your best interest in mind and not looking for a payday or come up and stuff like that. You know, guiding you to make the right decisions or helping you to make the right decision. And I just don't think he has the right people in his corner. I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. But, I mean, it's red flags because he's committed somewhere, decommits, goes somewhere, decommits. Now, somewhere he wants out of his NIL, you know, his letter of intent. So it's just a lot of red flags going on, man. And, you know, from everything I hear he's a good young man, you know. From everything I hear, he's a good young man. It's just an unfortunate situation, bro. So now wherever he winds up, yes, he's public enemy number one. You know what I'm saying? That bullseye is on him, bro. Like, so whenever he gets in the game, if he doesn't start, it's like, oh, he ain't starting. So whenever he get in the game, as soon as he throws his first incomplete pass or his first interception, they're gonna be, oh, he stinks, he's a bust, he ain't worth it, because of what's going on right now.
You see what I'm saying? And it's wrong for his handlers to do that because, like you said, it may not even be the kid. He just taking advice of the people he trusts, and it's not a good look. It's not a good. And you know, even though he's decommitted from us and did the theatrics with Florida, it's just not a good look. And man, let me ask you this question: we've seen this type of drama before, right? Have those kids panned out? This is good. Sean said something really good right here. Tate Martell and others on the Netflix documentary. They were more famous than college athletes. When reality hit, they couldn't perform. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that doesn't happen because I want all these young men to be, you know what I'm saying, successful. But when we tend to see these things play out like this, they don't tend to live up to the billing of what that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't do it. You know what I'm saying? I think, and it's sad. That's like, I hate that because it's like, bro, this is unnecessary pressure that is getting placed on this kid, man.
Right. And I feel bad for him. I feel bad for him, bro. I feel bad for him. But regardless, I mean, he decommitted from us. I still want to see him be successful and have an opportunity to reach his full potential and to live out his life dream. If that's to make it to the next level, then so be it. But he's going to get a lot of unwarranted scrutiny because of the decisions that's being made right now. And, you know, these people that are behind the scenes with any of these athletes that's giving bad advice, they don't have to deal with the scrutiny of the media because the media don't know them, right? The media will never see them.
Don't even care about them.
Yeah, don't even care.
You know what I'm saying?
So you got these 17, 18, 19-year-old young men out here to play a game that they love and they make a mistake because nobody's perfect. Now the whole fan base is going to come down on them based off of the decisions that they made in the offseason leading up to them committing to that school or, you know, to that university and going to play for that school. I think it's unfair to the young man. You know what I'm saying? I feel for him right now. But at some point, you know, you got to be able to stand on your own too and be like, hey, I ain't doing it. I don't want to go there. I don't want to do that. This is where I want to be. This is where I want to go. This, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, my relationship with my sons, we talk. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I know where I would love for y'all to go if you're good enough. If you're good enough to get recruited on that level, and if you're that, and Miami's recruiting you, yo, that's always going to be where I want you to be. But just because dad wants you there doesn't mean you have to go there. It's a business. Yep. And if Miami is not putting out DBs or running backs to the league like Alabama, Ohio State, or Georgia, or freaking a Maryland, or Syracuse, or whoever, then we got to look into that, right? We that's going to weigh heavily into the decision. You know what I'm saying? But if Miami is doing that, then I got a leg to stand on. You know what I'm saying? When I give my pros and cons of why you should choose Miami versus everybody else. But, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm never going to push my two anywhere. You know what I'm saying? We're going to sit down. We're going to map it out. We're going to talk about it. And it's going to be their decision. and I'm gonna back him.
But the crazy thing is, it's a great situation. Florida's a great situation for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As far as competition. You feel what I'm saying? Like
isn't he going to the
league?
He going
to the league. So you was pretty much penciled in the starter. You feel what I'm saying? But I kind of like this what you're saying though, Sean. The pressure might go to Nico, of course, Rashada, because this theatrics there, of course, everybody want to see what Shedeur can do, because coming from Jackson State to Colorado, they're going to see if he can, keep up what he's doing at this level of competition. But I think he can. People forget that he was a 4-star quarterback coming out of school. I think he has all the tools to be successful. And I think that's why Deion went and got the OC that he did I'm pretty sure he studied and said, hey, which one of these guys' style of play fits my son the best? You feel what I'm saying? And he went with that. And I love it. You feel what I'm saying? I love it. What you got to say, Black?
I don't got nothing to say. I don't got nothing to say, because if I get on that, if I get on that, it's gonna.
This is great. What's up with our receiver recruiting, bro? What's up with that? So, that shit is
too bullshit. It's not to be desired right now.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, inside receivers like Robbie and Ray, official. Yeah. It's that outside guy. We got to get that outside guy. You know what I'm saying? We got to get that outside guy. You know what I'm saying? We got to get that guy that can take over a game at any given moment. Can take over a game. That's going to demand a double team as soon as he step on the field. Play one, series one, right after the kickoff return. Like, yeah, we're rolling coverage to you. You would not beat us with the corner and the safety over the top all day long on you. We need that. We got to get that guy.
Yeah, and it was like, I thought we was pretty much locked in with the receiver transferring Thornton. What, the Thornton kid from Oregon? What happened with that situation, bro?
Once he went to Tennessee, folks was already saying that was gonna be a wrap. Like, yeah,
man. But I don't follow for going to Tennessee. We got fucking Gaddis, and they got hypo that's receivers going for 1,000 yards each. You'll be a fool to not go there. You feel what I'm saying? And they got probably the best quarterback and freshman quarterback. Like, we got one of my guys joining in. I'm gonna wait till Padre.
They got Nico there, so Nico gonna push Milton in spring ball. But Milton played it. He balled out in that.
He balled out.
Yeah, he showed up and showed out. He said, don't count me out of this quarterback race for 2023. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he played very well.
We about to bring up our first guest from, You Heard podcast. You know what I'm saying? My boy Joe Will.
Sir.
Hey,
yes, sir.
What's going on,
Joe? Mr. Ben.
He coming
What's going on, Ben?
What up, fam?
How you doing, Chad?
First time meeting you. First time.
Yeah, man.
Nice
to meet you.
What's
too.
going
on, brother? We chopped it up a little bit on Twitter, going back and forth, and shooting the shit. But that's what we do, man. What's going on, fam? Thank you for having me, man.
Oh, man, just chilling, man.
Appreciate having you on the show, bro. Appreciate you coming to the show.
Talking about the Kamani and Rashada theatrics, and how it's kind of some unwarranted pressure being placed on these kids by their handlers, and hopefully they can live up to the 5-star billing, because that pressure is going to be on them. For what I'm saying? That it's going to be extra hype now. You got to perform when you go through these
/parents and shit, right? Handlers/parents.
Yeah, you already gonna have, like I said with Kamani, he was already gonna have that light on him, because he's the number one DB in the country / in some people's eyes the number one player in the country, right? Yeah. So he was already gonna have that on him, regardless of if he would have signed in December or on Sunday, right? He was gonna have it on him because of who he is.
Right.
But the Rashada thing is different.
Very
because how this thing is just being played out. You at one school, you decommit. Now you at this school, and now you want to get out of your your letter of intent. And this it's messy. It's very messy. He's being guided in the wrong direction, and I feel bad for the young man.
I do too. Yeah.
Everything that I've heard, fellas, is he's an awesome young man.
Yeah.
And he's being guided, and in my opinion, he's being misguided.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I definitely agree, man. And that's really the case for a lot of the kids, right? You know what I mean? Like you got parents or handlers or whatever, you know, you want to call them. And let's say it is his father. You know, we've heard, we just going with what we've heard. You know, Pops is heavily involved. As a child, you're not going to disrespect your dad. You know what I mean? You're hoping that your dad has the best intentions for you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's the hope. That's the belief.
Right.
So when all of this is happening, now you got the masses looking at Jaden Rashada like he's a bad kid or he's a entitled cat all day. Like he's a bad kid or an entitled dude. When the consensus is that he's a good kid. You know what I mean? That's foul, man. That's foul.
You know, it's go ahead, Ben. Go ahead, Ben.
Nah, man, you're right. Look, it does look messy, right? But this is the side of NIL that we not used to seeing, because this is really the first full year that we're getting to see it. So everybody's talking about, everybody's in everybody's pockets trying to figure out what Rashada got or what this person got. So you got all these kids are 18 years old and they're catching all the heat. They make no decisions. They're not even supposed to talk to the universities or talk to these bag men, right? So you got these parents, these lawyers, these agents, and all these people coming in giving these kids advice, and they're like, "Man, I just got out of history class. How the fuck am I supposed to decide where I'm going?" You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all these decisions being put on an 18-year-old kid already coming in with all the pressure of a 5-star ranking, already coming in with all this thing to be like the hero of the program because Richardson leaving or wherever he ended up going. And now he's being technically holding out because he was promised the bag. I was like, fam, like 18 years old shouldn't be making these decisions. But you're getting all this advice. Exactly. But that's the kid that's the one that's made it to look bad. They put Kwamani in that terrible ass interview situation with ESPN. Like, fam, he doesn't like being in front of the camera. He showed you that when he committed to Miami the first time.
Facts. He's a shy, humble kid, man. Like young man. I'm sorry, not a kid, a young man. Yeah, he's a humble young man, man. You got him in an interview 1,000 times a day. He don't want to be in front of that camera doing interviews, man.
And look, and my thing is, you ask him that question. Did you really expect him to say anything other than "I'm with Miami"?
Right.
Did you expect him to say, "Oh no, I'm going to Georgia"?
Right.
Oh, I didn't fool Miami, but I guess they know now.
Right.
Did you expect him to say anything other than that?
Right.
Like, come on, man. So like y'all said, he's a real humble young man. But he don't like to do the interviews like that. So you call him off guard. But like I said, if he come here, great. If he don't, I wish him nothing but the best because he's a great, talented young man. Yeah. Go kill it. If it's not here, I want it to be here. But if not, go kill it. Go to league, change your life and your family's life. But I want it to be here.
It's gonna be here, man. He ain't going nowhere.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I agree. I definitely agree, man. But let's spice it up a little bit, man.
Oh shit!
Let's spice it
up. That's all you do. I don't want no bullshit, man.
That's all you do. Spice it up.
It's nothing bad. It's nothing like that. All right. So me and Black, I had talked to Black earlier. I wanted to kind of spring it on y'all, give y'all time to think right off the bat. I want you to give us. You can give me either your top 5 or top 10 players in this recruiting class. That's with portal and all. What's your top 10 or top 5? I can go ahead. I'll run mine down real quick because I already got mine written down. You feel what I'm saying? To give y'all time to think. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to go first.
I'm sorry. Hold on, Groov. That's in the top 5 or 10 that's in the building that's already signed?
Yeah, it's already signed.
We're not including the corner we just talked about. We're not including the corner.
I didn't include him.
Okay.
I included him.
Okay.
I sealed delivered.
We good money.
All right, my number 10. My number 10 is Robert Stafford, cornerback. Number 10, Number 9. This is what I'm ranking best to boom.
Yeah.
Number 9.
Impact
this
players,
may
right?
shock a lot of
Impact
people.
players.
Yeah. Bane is number 9 on my list. He's number 9. I think he's been great the last 2 years. Hellified sack numbers. If he plays defensive end at the next level, I'm kind of iffy. Inside, if I knew he was coming to play D tackle, I would be. He gonna make an immediate impact.
Okay.
Number 8 for me, Malik Bryant. I think that kid is gonna be a monster at Miami. I love
where you got him playing though, Groove? Where you got him playing?
Ooh. I think I'm gonna put him on inside, man. I think I got him at middle backer.
Okay. Ooh. See, I got him at DN.
You got him at DN? Oh,
I got him
that's different. I can see that. He's a big boy. Number 7, D tackle Horton from the Peach State. I love that kid, man. He's one of those diamonds in the rough in the class that nobody really talks about that's gonna blossom and bloom. I think he has the potential to be the best recruit in the class from a potential standpoint. I like that kid. I like what I saw from him in the championship game. He plays at a high level against great competition in the state of Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Number 6, transfer guy, Devontae Brown. Experienced 3-year starter. I think he's gonna bring immediate impact at the corner position. Because we lost some guys. I think he's gonna come in and provide the depth and the added lockdown skills that we need. All right, number 5. I got Francis' brother Francisco. I think he's proven. He's got his. Hey man, he got the numbers. Do I think he started on the flag? He gonna have to show improvement. It don't seem like Flag just be giving up that middle linebacker spot too easy. You feel what I'm saying? You got to know what to do. You got to know where to be. Flag do what he supposed to do. You feel what I'm saying? And Wesley on the field too, so he gonna have to really bring it.
Was that a fake ass cough? Was that a fake ass cough?
Nah.
That's a fake ass cough, right, Joe? I've never heard you cough on the show before.
Number 4. My number 4 is Francis. Offensive line 5-star tackle. He's number 4 on my list. I don't think he's gonna start off the rip. I don't think he's a start. If all our veteran guys are healthy, I don't think he starts. Number 3, Pancake. I think he has a bigger upside than Francis. I like both of those kids. I think he's more athletic, and I just think from a body standpoint, man, I just think that kid is gonna be probably a top number 1, number 2 pick in the NFL draft. I think Francis is gonna as well be a first rounder. You know what I'm saying as well. Number 2, Cohen. Okay. He's probably the best, the most prized possession transfer, I would say. He comes from the great Nick Saban lineage as far as offensive lineman. Was a 2-year starter. He came in. I think he's going to play tackle at Miami. That's what he came in to play at Alabama. I just think he got pushed on the inside because of the talent that they had at tackle. He just played at guard. I don't think you put him over Rivers or Cooper at guard. I think both of them.
And there's Cooper's kicking out to guard. Oh, at guard. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
He was already at guard. But X made a good point. X made a good point on Twitter. Now, if they kick Rivers out to right tackle,
that's what I think is going to happen.
If they kick Rivers out to right tackle, I can see Cohen playing left guard. I would be all good for that. But I don't think me personally, I don't see the benefits of leaving Alabama as a guard and coming to play at Miami as a guard when you've been a 2-year starter.
Money's that tackle in the league. Yeah, money's that tackle in the league. So you want to get that tackle money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So
all right. So
we shall see.
Before you say your number 1, I guarantee it's a running back.
Mr. Fletcher, number 1.
We got 2 running backs
there. It's Martin Fletcher Jr. the best player in this class.
We got two damn running backs up here.
Hey, Joe, I'm a running back and a DB. I did it.
Hey, man, you talk that running backs to heart.
You know, I do both. You know,
he don't deserve the guys don't deserve no time, man.
Oh man, we ain't gonna talk about that.
What did we walk in on, man?
I go next. I don't know if I have a 10. I don't have a 10, but
and I don't have 10. Just give me your 5.
Yeah, and mine is in no particular order either, right? So mine is in no particular order.
You gotta be in order. We gotta have order.
It's no particular order. It's Fletcher.
Hey.
It's Fletcher.
Yeah.
It's Robbie Washington, Bobby Washington.
Ooh, okay.
Ray, Reuben Bain, Stafford, Horton.
Okay, we go. Okay.
Francis.
Okay.
Pancake. That's 9, right?
I feel like you're just naming the recruits. Okay.
And Cohen. That's my 10 right there. That's my 10. That's my 10. Now, like I think Francis will play right tackle. I think Cohen is gonna be a guard. I think he understands that he may go play. Oh, I got 11. Sorry, got one more. I got 11. I'm sorry. This StormWarning show, so I can ad lib. The center from USC. I mean from UCF.
Okay.
I don't think he beats out Big Clark.
That's pivotal.
You don't think he beats out who? Jakai?
That's pivotal. I like him. I like him as well. But like I said, you know, I think a lot of people like Bobby. I think a lot of people sleep on Bobby, and I think Bobby's gonna crack a couple helmets when he get here in spring. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I got a couple. I got a couple of different cats. Yeah.
But go ahead.
Ben, you ready?
Yeah.
Now you go ahead, Joe. What you got, man?
All right, so I'll do 10. I'll do 10. I got most of the transfers in, man, because they're proven. You know what I mean? Yep. These high school cats, they was nice.
They need time.
You know, this ain't high school, son. So I guess if we go in 10, I got Francisco. I got Francisco Maigo at 10. I got Devontae Brown at 9. I got Marcellus Pulliam at 8.
Yeah, we
yes.
I like that dude, man. I like that.
We've been talking him up, man. We've been talking him up on the show.
I can't wait to see that man come through, man.
That's a big boy, man.
Yeah, for real. I got Marcellus Pulliam. So what's that set? I got Marcellus Pulliam at 7. I got Joshua Horton at 6. I like Joshua Horton, man. I got this is off sheer potential, man. I got Collins Achimpong at 5, man. I just his measurables are just ridiculous. And I need to see it. I need to see it, and he needs to be developed. But I'm very excited about him. You know what I mean?
He's a long kid. What, 6'8"?
Man, that boy, and he's still growing. I think he's
6'8", but his reach is like 7'3", right? He got like crazy reach. Like, his wingspan is wild.
Dude that decommitted from Michigan, right, Joe?
Yeah.
Greg
Rousseau 2.0. You know what I mean? I got Jaden Wayne. I got Jaden Wayne at 4. You know what I mean? I think Jaden Wayne's gonna be a problem. And I got because I want Bobby Washington in there, man. He'd
be honorable mention. He'd be your number 11.
Yeah, he's honorable mention. And I got the 3 linemen. I got the 3 old linemen in the top 3. So I got Francis, Cohen, and Sampson has always been my 1. Sampson has always been my 1 from the gate. You know what I mean?
No doubt. Yeah.
Yeah, them trenches, man. I need them trenches. Yeah, I gotta plug up my computer. Go ahead, Ben. I gotta plug up my damn.
Hold on, man. I'm trying to write my list down, man. Make sure, because I don't want to say the same. All right, so I got Damari. I got Damari, my number 10. Damari Brown. You know what I'm saying, from Heritage.
Okay.
I know he's coming in the summer, but I think he's gonna make some plays, maybe in like the special teams, and slowly creep into that to that starting role. Devontae. Okay. I got Devontae 9. Jaden Wayne. He's, you know what I'm saying, IMG. We talk about it on the show. IMG Academy is already a college program. You know what I'm saying, as far as like get them mentally ready with nutrition and shit like that. I got Francisco 7. This will be the year that we find out like if Corey Flagg can lose that middle spot. You know what I mean? Like with Francisco and coming in with all those snaps. Look, Corey Flagg plays his heart out, but for me, I need to see more from that position. You know what I mean? If he was just like 3 to 4 inches bigger, he's a totally different player, right? Like that's the crazy shit. Like we see him, it looks like he's wearing, no disrespect to him, I'm saying, to me, it looks like he's wearing his dad's jersey. He just he's never filled it out, but he's also had to play so quick. You know what I'm saying? I got Francisco at 6. I got Francis at 5. I got Matt Lee at 4. Ray Joseph, I think he's going to be a baller at 3. And then I got.
I'll be done soon.
I got Marcel. I got Marcellus at my 2, just because, you know what I'm saying, he was an under radar kid. And my honorable mention before I get to my number 1 will be Josh Horton. I think he's going to be a monster. A monster. And number 1 is Samson.
Okay.
I like that. It's a pretty good list, man. It's a pretty good list, fellas.
We got some overlappers. We got some of the same people on our list. You know what I'm saying? You know,
same people, different orders. You know what I'm saying? I like that. You know what I'm saying? So what are you guys expecting going, with those guys getting, I know it's going to be a lot of early enrollees. What are you guys looking to see as far as coming out of winter workouts going into the spring? What are you guys looking, you know what I'm saying? For one, I want to see if he's going to make a change at coordinator, OC, and quarterback coach. That's what I want to see. If they doesn't say if he doesn't make a change, what do you want to see coming into the spring? From a player standpoint and a play calling standpoint,
a better understanding of who you have in the locker room, right? Like it felt like last year, he came in. You know what I'm saying? We all know who we talk about. We don't gotta say his name the whole show. Like we all know who we talking about. It felt like he came in and only had his set plays and never saw what he had in the locker room and worked toward their strength. Right? Just never did it. And he needs to come in here, if he's still here, he needs to come in here with a different set of eyes and a different mindset and be a better leader. Because I don't think he was a leader last year. I think he was just a coach. Yeah. Right? Like maybe he was trying to like wash off the Michigan stink of not getting that job, you know what I'm saying, and being all salty about it. Maybe he needed to do some life coach type shit or something, but he can't, if he stays, he can't come in here with that same mentality because it's not going to work. You saw what happened. We saw 5 and 7. We saw 6 quarters and no touchdowns. That's on you, fam. Like it doesn't matter. I don't care who you're playing against. You can't go 6 quarters without a touchdown.
It was 10.
You know what I mean?
It was 10.
It was 10 quarters without a touchdown.
I don't listen. I black out the last 4 because it was too much for me.
Hell yeah.
It hurt, man.
I definitely agree because some of the stuff that he was saying, like coming in and saying the players, you suck and all this, and like, bro, that is not the mode of a good leader. You know what I'm saying? You gotta motivate your guys, especially when they fighting for you, when you need them to fight for you. You feel what I'm saying? You do all that stuff in the winter workouts and the summer workouts. You do all that. Yeah. Build them up. You know what I'm saying? You do all that, tearing them down when we working and trying to get better, and then you building them up. During the season, you need to be motivating these guys, and you need to be motivating these guys by your play calling and your scheming. Because I felt like you said, if he understood what he had, he would have adjusted and called plays and got certain guys the ball that needed to get the ball, and it would have went better. Yep. Because you can't come in on a meeting on Monday in a meeting and say, "Oh yeah, we got this package with Brashard Smith and such in the backfield together," and then in the game you don't even fucking use what you said you were gonna do. You feel what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Facts. You know what I'm saying? He has to do better with his personnel. And Black said this shit earlier. talking about Georgia. They utilize everybody. Everybody.
Yep.
You can tell on a series, they be like, okay, this series, this is going to be Matt's series. This series is going to be this tight end. Who the fuck was number 84 from Georgia? I didn't know who the hell he was.
Couldn't tell you.
All of a sudden, you think he played. And they was
Little Rudy.
You
I didn't
feel
know
what
they had
I'm
a wide
saying?
receiver.
Like, bro,
I didn't know.
that's
I
a
didn't
good
know.
OC.
Yep.
I didn't see him all year, bro. I don't remember him. I thought it was the
he was hurt.
end.
He was hurt. I think he was hurt most of the year.
McConkey, yeah, he was he was banged
They
up.
made a concerted effort to get him in the game plan, and you didn't see that. What you saw with Lashley, you saw him make an effort to get his best players the ball.
I mean, I think they know on Monday night.
Exactly.
Everybody
You still gonna catch a pass, Black. Yeah.
Right. That is true.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, if you go through the history of good teams and good offenses, they made it a priority to get their guys and to scheme plays where they're getting their guys open and getting them the ball in space. If you know Rashad Smith is better at doing this, okay, we're gonna scheme for this and get him going early. So now I can play action off this or do what I need to do to counter and add something to it. Okay, they see me keep doing the bubble screen. Now we're doing a bubble pass or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Now we fake the bubble. Now we pump and go. And we can, you know what I'm saying? We didn't see none of that, bro. We didn't see any of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want. I just want, like you said, I want to see adaptation. And
the offense.
What about you, Black? And then,
the offense. I mean, not to keep beating the dead horse, but the offense just lacked creativity for me. And my issue is just the spacing of the offense. I want to see more spacing. I want to see us stretch teams. You know what I'm saying? I want to see us stretch teams and create better spacing, have better pass concepts. Because sometimes with his spacing, it makes the defense easier to defend what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? It makes the defense easier to defend what we're doing. So my thing is just spacing. And I'm going to stop beating the dead horse. What I want to see from the players, I want to see the players take more accountability. I want to see the players work more. I want to see the players put more work in. I want to see the players develop. You know what I mean? I want to stop seeing the mental breakdowns on defense in the secondary. I got to stop seeing that. You know what I'm saying? I got to stop seeing it.
Too long, yep.
Yeah, if it's covered 2, then I need the corner to push that out. I need him to push his man inside to the safety and him to sink back. I gotta stop seeing these free release. Get your hand on them, push them in, get to your drop, and let it be that. Safeties know where you're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta stop seeing the mental breakdowns. Receivers,
I agree.
If we gotta get 8 yards, I need you to stop running 5-yard comebacks. I need you to run a 9-yard comeback to 8. You know what I'm saying? I need the receivers to run the correct route because the quarterback, TVD, is expecting you at a certain depth, and when you're not there, he has to hold the ball longer. So I just need to see just an overall development from everybody, a whole buy-in from everybody. You know what I'm saying? And from the new cats, hey man, I want to see these new cats come in and push the older cats for their spot. You know what I'm saying? Let them know. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, they on the clock. Like, yo, y'all on the clock now. I'm coming for your spot. You know what I'm saying? So if you mess up and I get that rep, 9 out of 10 times you not getting it back. That's what I want to see. I want to see Green Tree become what we all are accustomed of what it's been. Competition at its fullest. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see. I want to see competition at every position, even down to the kickers. I want to see it. Nobody position should be guaranteed except for TVDs. And even he should be looking over his shoulder just a little, because you got that thoroughbred back there who I think is going to take a big jump from last year.
Jakari?
Yeah, Jakari. Yeah. I think he's going to take a big jump. You know what I'm saying? From winter workouts to spring ball and throughout the summer, I think he's going to take a big jump. So, you know, that's what I want to see from the players, man. And if we see that, hey man, my goal is still 10 wins. That's my mark.
10 wins a buzz, baby. 10 wins a buzz.
10 wins.
What about you, Joe?
10 wins and being in Charlotte for the ACC championship game, and
Come through.
so I can be there.
Facts. Come through.
Go see
man,
Joe in his home, man.
The same thing, everybody said, man. You know what I mean? If he's still here, I want him to I want us to get a wide receivers coach. I think he needs to spend time. You know, we talked about this earlier on our show. He needs to spend time in the quarterback room. You can't have the quarterback separate from the OC. That makes zero sense.
No sense
you know
at
what
all.
I mean? Zero sense. You know what I mean? He has to be in that room. So I think we need a wide receivers coach. And I think he needs to be in that room figuring out what makes TVD comfortable. You know what I mean? What makes him the best version of himself. You know what I mean? So I think he needs to, drop that ego at the door and figure out what his players need from him, to make his offense successful. The trenches, that's what I want to see. That's what I'm most excited. I want to see how the trenches take a step from year 1 to year 2. I understand we had a lot of injuries on the O-line. You know what I mean? I definitely understand that. But we're now building quality depth. So those injuries that are bound to happen, you know what I mean? Nobody goes through the year totally healthy. Those injuries that are bound to happen, we should have quality depth behind the front, got the first 5. You know what I mean? And build a solid second 5, a solid third 5. Right. So those trenches is really what I want to see, man. And I'm anxious to see the freshmen and the transfers. You know what I mean? I'm anxious to see that mentality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Groov.
Let me ask y'all something, man. Let me ask y'all, Groov and Black. How long does it take to change a mentality? Right? Because I think, and not for like the coaches, but like for the players. Because I saw Black say they need to be accountable. We didn't see accountability outspoken to the end of the season with Cam Kitchens. The team was struggling throughout the year. Like it took Cam a while to get his voice, but we didn't see any other players, calling out other players. Like, I like that shit. Like, coaches calling out players, not so much because, like, you still need to teach them. You know what I mean? Like the whole shit like that. But like, players need to be accountable to each other. And I thought there was a lack of that. Like, Gaddis is going Gaddis, right? Like, if he doesn't check his ego, we're gonna have another rough year every Saturday. But I'm saying, like, the players checking each other has to happen more often. And the freshmen do have to challenge these older players. But I personally don't want to see that many freshmen because I need them to have that year to get their bodies up to the college standard. Like, if we see a lot of freshmen, we're gonna have the continuous shit of of a guy that isn't able to get size because he doesn't have that off-season training. He's got to be ready for Saturdays, and his body just isn't the same. It doesn't acclimate the same. So there's a lot of things that go on into the season. I'm with you as far as 10 wins, but I want to see the older players take that step that we always wanted them to take, right? Like a Brashard Smith, a James. You go down the line of these. I want to see these juniors and seniors be like, "Yo, this is our fucking house, man. Like, y'all not gonna take my spot." There hasn't been any of that. It's just been like, "I'm gonna start because I'm gonna start." That shit needs to go away.
My bad. I don't mean to cut you off. I want to kind of.
No, you go.
I want to speak on this. The 10 wins. The reason why I say 10 wins is because of the coaching staff, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, they didn't. This staff was supposed to be good enough to win 10 games. Mario Cristobal is considered one of the top coaches in college football. The best coaches, go look at the history, the best coaches made the biggest leap what year? Year 2.
Yep.
Yeah, second year.
Year 2. Every last coach, with the exception of Kirby, with the exception of Urban Myers and guys like that. Mark Richt, 7-6 his first year, 13-1. Goddamn Nick Saban, 7-5. Then he went to 12-11 wins, lost to Florida in the championship. Kirby Smart, 8-5, 13-1. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, we're gonna see if he's that guy. So that's why the standard is 10 wins. or as a bust, bro. We didn't bring him. We didn't bring him here to win 8 games in year 2 or 8 games in year 3. Oh, because you need time. We didn't do that because this is not like what the previous coaches had to go through. We have the portal now. You can get good guys in the portal with multiple years left to play. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why we say 10 wins, bro. It's an expectation of having a good coach. What my thing was this: if you had Nick Saban as your head coach, would you expect 8 wins next year? No, you would not. Mario is getting paid as like the upper echelon. He was bought here because people believe in his coaching ability. So that's the standard. I'm pretty sure he's expecting 10 wins next year. I guarantee he's not saying it's not no 7 wins. If you ask him, he think they're gonna win it all,
as he should.
So why fans need to? You feel what I'm saying? Why should the fans dumb down the expectations? No, we should.
Right. And my expectation is not based off of what he's getting paid. It's just based off of. It's just based off of me being a fan since '84, and I know the expectation of what it is to be a Hurricane, regardless. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Regardless, like. Yes, and Mario has proven. Look at his track record. Like, so, yeah, and I base it off of that, too. You know what I'm saying? And, like, I think 10 wins is reasonable. Like, why isn't it? If TCU...
Why isn't it? Exactly.
TCU was where they were last year, and now, look where they were Monday night. Even though they got their doors blown off, they were there.
They
were there. So that's my expectation. You know, people outside right now, y'all expectations may be 7, 8 wins, and that's cool. But mine is 10. You know what I'm saying? Mine is 10. And piggybacking off what Ben was stating, like, yes, we didn't have no, and I was saying it all year. I said, we don't have that guy on defense or offense to grab a dude and get in his face and be like, yo, I need you here. You need to be here. You're hanging me out to dry. And Cam got his legs. He got his voice later on the season. And now I think Cam is going to be that guy, right? Where everybody listens to Cam, whether you're on offense or defense, you're going to respect him. Not only because of what he says, but you're going to respect him because how he plays. You see what I'm saying? You're going to respect him for the work that he does. In that facility and outside that facility in the community, you're going to respect him as a football player and you're going to respect him as a young man. So when you know on the football field, you know he's not going to ask you to do anything that he's not willing to do himself. Facts. Period. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, like, the juniors or whatever, even the sophomores should be telling freshmen, like, y'all can come in here all you want, but when you get here, I got this smoke for you. I gotta bring it down a bit. And I expect the freshmen to buck back. Be like, well, look, like my man Darnell Jones, he was like, Ray Griffin, tailback. Man, Darrell Jefferson, starting tailback. Like, no, that's why Coach Wentz recruited me. You know what I'm saying? I know what you want.
Hey, man, you know some of these guys too young to know what you're talking about. Like,
They gotta watch that. They gotta watch that.
You out here?
You know what I mean? Like,
you out here the program,
right? You're like, I know you was the starting whatever, but that's why Coach Mario recruited me. Like, like what? I'm here now. We going battle, and guess what? If I don't win that starting job as a freshman, that upperclassman gonna respect me because I pushed him. I pushed him to the limit. But I'm going to play. I'm going to play because you can't deny talent. You can't keep talent off the field. I don't have to start. But long as I'm making you better, guess what? The team is going to be better for it.
Better,
So that's all
I want to see. I still got 2-3 more years.
Yeah.
But they have to. But the thing is this, bro. I felt more comfortable before the portal for these young guys to wait. I think you can't even say if you're winning because you still got guys of winning teams transferring. You feel what I'm saying? So it's kind of like
there's gonna be some Georgia cats out. They're gonna be some Georgia Cats transferring. Bet that.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a few Georgia Cats transferring.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's kind of like
we're a few Georgia Cats transferring.
So that's the risk and reward this year. You feel what with this new NIL stuff and the transfer portal. Me personally, I don't have anything against it. Like we said earlier, bro, I just want the handlers to stay the hell out of it and stop messing it up for these kids. You know what I'm saying? Because that'll make people not even want to deal with them. You feel what I'm saying? But man, tell everybody where they can find you guys at, man. For the people that's new to the channel, man, that's new that's watching, that haven't watched you guys, some good guys right here. My first time meeting Ben, but my boy Joe always on the show, man. So tell them your Twitter, where they can find your social media. Y'all, you heard show. Tell them what days y'all be shooting and all that, man. The floor is y'all, man.
Joe, you got it? You want me to?
Yeah, you see the handles down there.
Yeah, man. You see this right here, man.
And the You Heard Pod. Is it at You Heard or You Heard Pod?
At You Heard. At You Heard
at
Pod.
You Heard on Twitter. And we shoot on Sundays and Wednesdays, but we drop the next day. So we drop on Monday and Thursdays. And fresh and early. Like Ben be having it up by the crack of dawn, you know what I mean? So
that morning drive, baby. I want to make sure it's in by the morning drive.
Yeah. So for your ride into work, to school, whatever you doing, man, when you brushing your teeth, you can put on that YouTube, man, or listen to it. It's on all platforms, right?
Yes, sir. All audio platforms, man. Yeah, man.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I started. Quick backstory, man. I actually started. I hit Joe up in the comments about 2 months ago, right? 3 months ago now, maybe. Like before the Clemson and Pitt game. Yeah. I hit him up. I was like, yo, man, we got to do a podcast. Because I just like the way what he was tweeting about. He was asking questions. You know what I'm saying? Changing the conversation. Because a lot of people like follow the herd and shit like that. So that's kind of where the name came from, man. That's why we call it You Heard. They're like, hey, man, you know what? You heard what Ben and Joe said? Hey, man, you heard what they said on the podcast? Yeah. So I hit him up, man. We chopped it up. Yeah, had one conversation. I was like, yo, man, let's do something like that. I think we had a conversation in the DMs on Sunday, chopped it up on Monday. Wednesday, we started recording. You know what I mean? Like it's just been clicking, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we kicked it off and it's just been smooth, man. It's been a great conversation, man. And we enjoy it, man. And son, shout out to the Kings family, man, supporting us, man. We only got 15 episodes in. Subscribers checking us out, man, commenting like crazy. You know what I'm saying? We got nose people hitting us up already. I was like, the haters are here. We making it, baby.
That's good. That's good, man.
You definitely gonna get those. You definitely gonna get those.
So tell everybody your YouTube channel so they can subscribe. And everybody that's in here, man, please subscribe to these guys, man. Good content, good guys.
Yeah,
man.
show them love, man. Show them love.
Yeah, man. So just hit us up on youtube.com/You Heard Pod. You know what I'm saying? On Twitter, You Heard Pod. We out here, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll tweet it out. Send us your questions. We'll talk about it, man. They know that there's nothing off limits.
Is just a you. You know what I mean? Not
why. Just a you. Just a you.
You Heard Pod.
Because it's all about the you. It's all about the you, baby.
That's it.
Shout out to Flo, man.
Flo, what up, bro?
Oh, that's family, man.
My God.
Yeah, man, the love has been crazy, man. Can't thank y'all enough, man.
Oh yeah, man. Please, man, if you haven't hit that like button, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, man. You know, we at the hour mark, man. Appreciate you guys for jumping in and chopping it up with it, man. Fun show, man. My boy Black got scared when it came to that 707 thing. You feel me? He ain't want that smoke.
Hey, hold on.
He ain't want that smoke from me, man. I had my squad up and running. We were gonna take off.
Hey, look, I'm undefeated. I done whipped him so early part of the year in pick'ems, right? Destroyed him.
Yeah, he did, man. I was whipping him up old shit.
Hey, look, I was whipping him so bad. Look, we stopped doing it. I was whipping him so bad, picking the games this early in the college season. Whipping my brother. Whipping him. But no.
I let him win.
Hey, look, how you gonna let me win and we not playing? But no.
I was
together my 7-on-7 team that based with Miami players, but I've just been crazy busy. So but I'm gonna have it for next show because I got in mind who I want.
Wait, 7 on 17 based
We're doing
on
a 707, but it's from 2007 to present day.
The present day.
2007 to present day.
The only
y'all doing a
quarterbacks,
draft or y'all just picking the teams?
Just picking the team.
We just picking our team, and I'm gonna post it on Twitter, and we're gonna let them select, and then we're gonna bring it on the show, and we're gonna talk about it and let them, you know what I'm saying, look at it and see what, you know, see how they want who has the best team. You know what I'm saying? Because he beat me with the all Miami team the first time. I think my team was better.
Yeah,
Wait, how you determine who won?
We're gonna do a poll. I'm gonna do a poll on Twitter.
Do a poll.
We're gonna do a poll on Twitter. We're gonna leave it up for a day, and I'm not gonna say who team is what. We're just gonna let them look at it and
blind
say
vote. Okay.
Which is the better 707 squad. You feel what I'm saying?
That's good shit right there.
We're gonna go like that.
Yeah, that's good.
That's what's up, man. Yo, Groov was mad when Black pointed out facts though. Like, why you got to bring up facts into this shit? Like,
he got me this shit on the pickles. I can't even count. Like, man, he kicking my ass.
You know, it's fucked up when your voice get high. When your voice get high, you know you fucked up. Like, oh, he kicking my ass out here. This is crazy. Oh man, yeah, man.
Yo, man, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all coming through.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man.
Guys, man, all day.
Hey man, anytime y'all want us, man, just send them.
And Black, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Charlotte,
yeah.
I ain't gonna say that. You know what I mean?
Man,
Sure,
appreciate
throw
you
up that
guys
you, man.
for
We'll be out,
coming
man.
in and chopping it up with us, man. Appreciate you guys. Y'all always welcome here, man. Always welcome, bro. Always welcome, man. Please hit that like button. Tell a Kane to tell a Kane, and we'll be back on game. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's all about the you, baby. And we out this thing. Yes, sir.